Welcome to day one of the Handling Rejection Audio Reinforcement Program. Obviously, experiencing rejection is a big part of being a salesperson. In fact, the more successful you want to be, the more potential rejection you'll have to face. Most successful salespeople are confronting fears all the time because they're constantly pushing themselves beyond their comfort zone. But for average salespeople, handling rejection can be a touchy subject to discuss because a lot of us don't necessarily want to admit that we sometimes have an issue with rejection. We're supposed to be strong, hard-charging, fearless selling machines with rhinoceros thick skin. And there are a lot of benefits to having an emotional thick skin. You don't let rejection or losing a sale slow you down. It's easier for you to prospect or cold call on complete strangers. You're more likely to ignore objections, and you won't let prospective customers off the hook as easily. You persevere through obstacles, accept no excuses, drive yourself hard, and drive others even harder. You make the sale, and in the end, that's all that really counts, right? So having a thick skin is the key to handling rejection. Well, not quite so fast, because having a thick skin can also have a downside. Have you ever experienced the joy of buying from a salesperson with an extremely thick skin? A salesperson who couldn't feel rejected even if his own mother didn't buy from him. Even if she told him she wasn't buying because she didn't like him, he'd still probably come back with, "Well, Mom, I like you enough for both of us, so what do I have to do to get this deal?" What's it like to buy from that kind of salesperson? Not always the most pleasant experience. Having a thick skin is a double-edged sword. It prevents the negative emotions associated with rejection from getting through to you, but it can also block a lot of the positive emotions. The emotional wall or barrier can work both ways. That's why, if you've developed a hard, thick, crusty skin, speaking emotionally, of course, if you've got a thick skin, you may end up never feeling any sort of genuine customer connection. Your customers may feel railroaded. Welcome to day one of the Presenting Benefits Enforcement Program. For many salespeople, the point in a sale where they really get to shine is in their product or service presentation. This is where they get to put on the show and explain all of the wonderful aspects of their products or services that will compel the customer to buy now. Unfortunately, there are two common sales errors that can significantly diminish the impact of a presentation. The most common error is emphasizing features instead of benefits. And the second most common error is delivering a canned presentation that includes every detail, whether or not it's relevant to the customer's specific situation. Features are the attributes or characteristics that describe what your product or service is, how it works, how it's made, and how it's different from other products. Features can include such things as price, processes, capabilities, programs, size, color, shape, components, etc. Features are usually tangible, and in a sense, they cause the results your product provides. It's important. Welcome to day one of the Overcoming Objections program. Wherever you happen to be in the selling cycle, whether you're making an initial cold call or a final presentation or anything in between, no matter how good you are, no matter how enthusiastic you are, no matter how compelling your product or service offering is, there are going to be people who don't buy. There are going to be people who resist even meeting with you, people who won't listen to you, people who won't share information about their needs and issues, and there are going to be people who do buy, but only after a lot of delay, hesitation, and uncertainty. That's why overcoming objections is a part of the job of being a salesperson. Consider this situation. You've just finished a presentation to a prospective customer, and when you ask if they would like to go ahead with the order, the answer is, "I'm not sure. I want to think about it." What does that comment really mean? It could mean, "I need more information to make a decision," or "I'm just not convinced yet," or "I'm mostly sold, but I need reassurance," or "I want to think about it" could really mean, "I'm bidding this out to several vendors, but I don't want you to know that," or "I like what you said, but I'm not sure how confident I feel about you." Or it could mean, "You never had a chance because I'm giving the business to my brother-in-law, but I want to let you down gently." That one comment could mean any of those things, and the best response from you would depend on the real meaning, so obviously we can't know what the best response is until we get more information from the customer. But a customer who has objections often isn't highly motivated to tell us what we need to know. This is what makes overcoming objections so difficult. It's not just about memorizing clever answers or tricky phrases, because the same comment can mean many different things depending on the customer, depending on where you are in the selling cycle, depending on your presentation, and numerous other factors. So we have to come up with a better way to easily and consistently handle objections.